Your mom naked.
I was leaving the house. Someone was calling the house while I was. My mom thought I left. Someone the house phone was ringing.
She felt
so
on
this
the
is probably
steps.
about 5 years ago. This is like the same week she felt on the steps. This is a good week for me and my mom.
Yeah.
But then somebody called for her. So I was like, Mom, the phone's for you. Mom.
A landline? She still has a landline?
And I was fucking pissed that she wasn't answering. So I like walked up the steps like, fucking Mom. Like, answer the fucking phone. And then she walked out of her bathroom totally naked.
Bombs out.
Totally naked.
What's
and I was
she
like,
look
fuck. But I remember.
How old is she again?
At this time, probably like 60, 58.
She's cute though, right? I mean, like
she's
she's
not
in
an
good
ugly
shape.
woman.
Yeah, she's
not like she doesn't look like me. She doesn't look like a fat pale.
Your dad
lady.
outkicked this coverage. She
No, my dad was hot. My dad was very hot. Did I show you my dad when he was younger?
No, not
My
yet.
dad's hot as fuck.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was a beast. Big dick too. I saw his dick a bunch when I was a kid, and I was like,
I saw the
"Someday."
load at the.
You saw how much he cummed his pants
Jesus.
too.
Show them the picture of that.
Nah, we're just gonna leave him in the dark on
His
all
dad's
this
a
dad
laser
cumming
tag,
talk.
and he's got just a jellyfish mess.
Why?
My dad was
came in
cumming
his
his fucking pants.
He didn't really come in his pants.
Show him.
I'll show you the picture in a second.
But what?
The thing that stuck with me,
But
my
this is
mom
unbelievable.
was more upset about it than I was.
coming
She
in the
walked
pants?
out. Not that there was no cum at this point.
Sure.
She walks out of the bathroom. I'm standing there. I was like, ew. Like, that's how I reacted. I wasn't like,
Ew.
I was just like, oh, fuck, Mom. Like, ew. And she was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, she got real upset. But I remember the one thing that stuck with me is peripherally.
Her jaw was wired shut.
Yeah.
Still trying to suck in an Oreo.
She trimmed her pubes.
Ooh, that means
She
they're active. And this is what I was saying.
She's maintaining.
I remember being like, I thought it was going to be a fucking chaotic, just a
Bouffant,
bush.
yeah.
That was nice.
But it wasn't.
That's the shape of a heart.
Yeah, that's because your dad requests it.
I know, but I
he's
remember being
definitely
like,
you
that
gotta
was troubling.
Keep that at like
That was the worst part.
yeah.
Did she do basically what a fucking dude should be doing at the very least? Yeah, under the balls, in between everything.
I gotta be honest, it was.
Or I'm saying, did she trim it to the point where she's shaving and you could actually see lip?
I didn't look.
I want to know if you can see
Boy,
lip.
oh boy.
Because I was locked onto her tits. But I think I actually was. I think I was like, oh, fuck. But I don't know if I feel comfortable, but it was.
Did you see lip?
I didn't see any lip. I didn't see any lip. Yo, went back to the TGI Fridays, though.
The TGI Fridays?
The Mall of America TGI
Where
Fridays.
you held it down?
Held it down. This time, I had to defend my honor.
Did
I
you?
played Dragula 12.
You played it
I
this
had
time?
to. I was like, I have to do it. I have to redeem myself from Dragula.
For your
I
tall
stole
tale?
Dragula, Valor. I said it to you on the phone once, and I just broke my heart that I fibbed.
It
I
happens.
didn't
dude.
play Dragula the first time. Someone else did. So I played it, I'd say, 4 straight times.
You played it 4 straight times?
I played it maybe 5 straight.
Were you going up and doing it, or were you hitting from
No,
your
I was
phone?
in the distance. I was sniping.
You're sniping from your phone.
And then finally, a guy, one of the fourth, no one noticed. I was like, no one notices. So then finally,
what was the scene? How many people were there?
a lot.
Oh, it was packed.
TGI Fridays is where all the industry, all the service industry goes to hang out afterwards.
Really?
So all the fine ass bitches are in there.
Damn, all the waitresses.
All the
serving
fine-ass
girls.
people of color, waitresses were in there.
Really?
Fine ass people of color.
Damn. Dude.
Yes, and they were.
That's
You know, it
respectful
was
as hell
party
of you to
time.
say.
Yeah, of course, all these fucking people of color. But the first couple waves of Dragula, no one noticed. The waves, but I overdid it on the touch. I played it too many times in a row.
Yeah, you got greedy.
So finally, this guy was sitting with his girlfriend. He was like from us to the Stoners, and I saw him perk his head up when Dragula came on again, and I was like, yo, you like Dragula? And he was like, is that you playing this? And I was like, no.
Who was this dude?
Just a random guy on a date. He was like, and then he was like, I had a long day of work. I don't like it that much.
Damn.
He heard it like 6 times.
And then
Little
some
did I know.
dickhead on
And
his
then
date
some white fuck was like, who's playing Dragula?
trying to control everything. Trying to
Fucking
control
loser, of
everyone's
course.
vibing to Dragula.
Everybody was
dude. Like
vibing.
viral videos of probably dudes all like dancing to Dragula. Like, dude, this
Just
is
hot young women of color dancing, dig through the ditches and burn. It was a fucking vibe. It was so vibey.
Dude, the vibe was so
and
good.
then
Some white fucking asshole.
And then some
dude.
white fucking devil was like, who's playing that? And I was like, do you like it?
Friend?
And he was like, is that you? And I was like, no. He was like, it's definitely you. And then I didn't realize I had played it like 3 more times.
How many
It was
more?
loaded up.
How many more?
So after I like fought somebody, I was like, I'm sorry. It just kept, that intro is so funny to hear, that like weird, I forget, I don't even know what noise that is. And then,
How's the intro go?
I don't even know how to describe it. The beginning of Dragula is like,
I gotta find it.
no, before the guitar, it's like a weird like, I don't know.
It's a singing song. That's what it is.
Hold on. Let's actually just get the.
Yeah, well, you need to paint a picture here. Think of this: Muslims, women of color, TGI Fridays. Now think of a dude going like that. She's like, God damn it! I just want to enjoy my burger. So then here's what I was doing, dude. Yeah.
This
So
just gets
then-
spooky as hell.
It's
out of
so
nowhere, dude.
spooky. And then what you gotta do a lot of guys think they're good with the touch tunes. What you gotta do is you gotta get the people going. So you gotta
Sure.
toss in like a remix to Ignition
For sure.
or like a I'm Real remix. A
Yeah.
lot of remixes.
Yeah, definitely.
But once you put on a song that everybody loves,
Yeah.
they're all
paying
like,
attention.
woo! They all start dancing and having
So you're
fun.
DJing the
and
party.
then you hit a Dragula. You bring them back in with a fucking Dragula. I'm a counterpuncher on the
So
touch
you're
tunes.
DJing this party.
I DJ'd the TGI Fridays, and then people started.
You might be DJI Fridays. dude.
DJ High Fridays.
DJI Fridays, dude.
That's a pretty sick name. So yeah, I was DJing it, and we went out with me and my lady went out with 2 fans after the show.
Nice.
2 lucky fellas,
Yeah,
and then they got to witness me and my lady getting a fight. I was like, "Oh, you done talking? We're not talking for the rest of the
Was
night."
this after Dragula?
This is, I mean, during Dragula. There was no after. I left with about 4 Dragulas in the chamber. So yeah, if you listen to this and
The
you
manager has to reset it with the key. If there's too many Dragulas lined up, the manager has to come out of the back and like undo the
the
Dragula
waitress
key.
was upset. Our waitress was upset
Why?
because she was like, "Is that you doing that?"
So sorry.
How did I forget this?
What?
In the hotel in Indianapolis, check in. I'm like, I'm gonna jack off.
Yeah.
I'm in there, naked on top of the made bed, fully naked. I was about to get in the shower.
Yeah.
Cracked open the lotion. I'm laying there, phone like this. Dude, a dude just opens the door. A dude just walks in.
What?
And,
Did he
and-
feast his eyes?
And it took him a long time to avert his eyes. His gaze was on my body. And I also didn't,
He froze.
I didn't move. I just was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I didn't, there was no shame. I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I said, my life, my rules. It was crazy. He was like, no one's supposed to be in here. I was like, well, I'm in here and I'm fucking jacking off. I haven't been caught whacking off in so long. I didn't give a fuck. I thought I'd be mortified.
It was almost a lady. How was it not a lady?
A lady I think might have been worse.
You think so?
That would have been a little shameful.
I mean,
I don't know why. I think, dude, I just saw an Indian guy's face. And he did it maybe because of the light. Maybe because it was dark in my room and it took him a second to get adjusted because he was like,
no way, dude. He was just feasting his
really?
eyes.
Feasted his eyes. I mean, it must have looked nuts. I was on top of a white, all white bed. I was I was like an octopi.
He might not have seen you, dude.
I don't think he saw me because he stood there for a minute like, hello? I was like, what are you, dude?
It was like Beauty and the Beast. The
Also,
furniture
like,
started
this
talking
far
to him.
away.
Really?
So close. Dude. He opened the front door. It was like,
He definitely saw you fapping
he
on the
saw
bed.
me rock hard too. As hard as it gets. Maybe that's why I was not ashamed. If he would have got me early,
Yeah.
lotioning up
Working
a
up a
pud,
soft bird.
working a pud with lotion.
Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here,
Dude,
God, that's the best thing ever.
I laughed. He heard me laughing. He was like, "Don't tell anyone." I was like, "I'm not going to tell anyone."
What the fuck? What's it? Why
He's
is he
gonna get
getting?
fucking fired.
Oh, yeah.
If I went down to the desk and I was like, what the fuck was
He
that?
walked in on me masturbating.
I was in there masturbating.
I was rock fucking hard. I was about to come.
I had a boner. By the way, right back to work.
Of course, dude.
Put the hard hat back on.
Of course. God damn.
And then he knocked. He waited. He went outside, closed the door, waited like 20 seconds, and then knocked. And I was like, dude, you know what I'm doing.
You know
I'm ass naked jerking off. And he was like, I have your amenities. I was like, leave him at the fucking door.
Yeah, dude.
What do you think?
Were you still? So you had to talk
Yeah, I
to
had
him?
to stand up rock hard with a lotion to boner at the hotel, talking through a door. Like,
no man
dude.
should ever have to do that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's a wild day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this picture. So me and my family went to laser tag. We took my niece to play laser tag, and my dad's under the black light. We got inside, and my dad's fucking jeans.
It's unbelievable.
Riddled.
I think about it.
Okay, so I get it now. So
Yeah.
it wasn't wet with cum right then.
It was under a black light.
Dude,
so we're standing
When you
in
see
a,
this,
we're
whatever
in a-
you think it is now,
it's
you're going to be
incredible.
fucking baffled.
We're in a semicircle asking this kid is giving us the directions to how to play laser tag. And I hear my sister, she's like, Jesus Christ, Dad. And we both, me, my sister, and my dad all look at the same time. My dad goes, Jesus Christ. But I have never laughed that hard in my life. Like, full fucking cum.
Show him.
I will. But listen. But then he didn't give a fuck. He kept asking questions. Like, he was drawing attention to himself.
asking directions
He
about-
was like, what if I, wait, how do I shoot the satellite? What happens if I shoot the satellite? Is that 10,000? I'm like, Dad, shut the fuck up, dude.
Can I change teams?
Also, I had enough time to take my phone out and take a picture of my dad's cum jeans. Look at his hand in his pocket, tucked in. Fucking.
Dude, that is a fucking crime.
So yeah, my dad's tough. I grew up in a nice house and just played video games all the time. My dad grew up like just a moron. He wanted to grow fish in their pool over the winter. He would catch fish from the creek and put them in the pool, and it would freeze over. And then in the summer, when it would thaw out, there'd just be tons of dead fish. He was a moron. Oh my God, his stories are fucking hilarious. But this was a different time. Like he had to fight other kids at the Knights of Columbus picnic. He remembers being in like 4th grade having a fist fight for the dads. But no, he got in a fight one time. My uncle Frank, he's the oldest, and he's the only one that's not huge and jacked. He's like a normal guy, but I mean, he's still a fucking psycho. Like he went to Notre Dame, he left Notre Dame, he went to the Marines in Vietnam, and then left and came back and became a prison warden. He's a fucking animal. And this is how funny it is, because he's been in prisons his whole life. So like, he talks like a black guy from the 70s. I'll see him. Like, what's up, Holmes? I'm like, all right. You job-ass motherfucker. I'm like, all right. Like my cousin Jeff caught him bench pressing in the garage listening to Ghetto Boys. He's like 68. It was fucking hilarious. So he at the time he was a volunteer firefighter in Steelton, Pennsylvania, and he would be like a first responder. So he had a scanner, and he would take calls and he would get to the fire first. So he got a call once, and he raced over there to get it. These people said there was a house fire, and he got there, and it was just just 4 fucking idiots, and it was a motorcycle that had caught fire that they just put out with a garden hose. My Uncle Joe gets there, and it's just a fucking shitty motorcycle that was on fire. They put it out with a garden hose, and he was like, all right, well, now I need to use your phone, you fucking idiots. And they're like, all right, you can come use your phone. He's inside, and he's talking shit on the guys that called. He called the fire department. He was like, hey, don't rush through the city to get here. Like, don't speed through the fucking city. This is just a bullshit fire. These fucking morons set. This is something that, and while he's talking shit on these guys, calling them fucking morons, one of them just sucker punches him and knocks him out in their kitchen, just knocked out my uncle. And they obviously went on his way. He went home and he was like, well, he was all fucked up. He got home and he saw my dad, and I guess he told my dad what had happened. So my dad was like, fuck that shit. We're getting the boys, we're going to these fuckers' house. We're gonna fuck them up. So my dad and 3 of his friends One of them had a broken arm, which is funny. A cast on his arm. They get in the car and they drive over to this guy's house and they kick the door open and it's just a family. They got the wrong house. It's just a family watching TV. So, like the kids were on the floor, it looked nice. They're like, where the fuck is he? They're like, oh, they live next door. So they're like, oh shit. All right, thank you. And then they kick in those guys' door, and he said they were just sitting on the couch. So him and his 4 friends just started beating the shit out of these 4 guys, just while they're in their living room. And then, like the guy with the cast was hitting them with the fucking cast. And then one of the guys pulled out a gun. So then my dad and his friends ran. Like just ran. He said they ran right through the fucking screen door, which is funny. But while they were running out, one of my dad's friends was like, "We're gonna burn your fucking house down, you asshole!" And the neighbors whose house they broke into called the fire department, and my Uncle Joe got the call. Uncle Frank got the call. Then I'm running long, baby. Fuck it. A couple years later, my dad is going to buy a 6-pack in a bar in Steelton, and he notices those 4 guys that the house they broke into were playing pool, and he was like, I remember seeing them through the fucking the mirror behind the bar, and he was like, they noticed me, but he was using his brother Joe's fake ID, and their brother Joe's like, he's the biggest, strongest, but he's the only nice one. Like he went to the Naval Academy for football. Like he's a big guy, but he's kind of a weird pussy. He's into Ancestry now. But he was a jacked monster, and he was a sweet guy. So my dad gives the bartender his ID, gets the fuck out of there. Apparently those guys went up to the bartender and were like, "Who the fuck was that?" And the bartender was like, "That was Joe Gillis." He gave him my uncle's ID. So then a couple weeks later, my dad's with his brother Joe. And his brother Joe's back from college, and he's like, "Oh, I got a notice from the post office. Hopefully it's my college yearbook." He's all excited. And then he gets to the post office. It was a summons for breaking and entering and assault. Got charged with assault. And then, dropped because they were like, "Who the fuck's that?" Anyway, that's it. You guys are great. Fuck yeah. 6, 1, Rose, 2 records. See you guys.
My mom got knocked out, and I didn't resuscitate her.
Jesus.
My sister looked at me. My mom fell down the steps. She was shit-faced. She's going to love that I'm telling this story. This is great.
Right.
But yeah, my family was out getting fucked up. And then when they came home, I was in the basement, and my mom came down to see me. And she had a handful of cookies. And she had Oreos.
Dude, stop.
And she dropped an Oreo and tried to recover that.
My
But she dove down the steps head first. Fucking Pete Rose slid and just fucking ate
Trying to save an Oreo.
And she got totally knocked out. And my sister's behind her.
How old are you? I'm sorry.
I'm 30.
No, at the time, sorry.
At the time, this is probably 2 years
29.
ago. Oh, no, this is actually probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
This
Fuck.
is recent.
Yeah. And,
Dude, I would throw up laughing if I saw.
well, I heard my sister. I didn't see her fall. My sister was behind her and was like, "Mom's dead." She was like, "Oh, fuck, Mom. She was like, "Shane, come here. Mom's dead." And I was like,
God.
I came over and my dad was shit-faced and he was up in the kitchen and he was like, he lost his composure right away. He was like, "What's going on down there?"
Oh, he's crying?
It was crazy right away.
Trying not to laugh?
They were all drunk and my sister was like, Call 911, Dad. Mom's dead."
Oh my
And
God.
I get to my mom and she's knocked out.
How did you
And
not
she's
tell me the
snoring.
story? This is how you should open up every morning.
She had black in her mouth from the Oreos. Her mouth was all fucking gross. And like purple from the wine.
Oh my God.
And my sister was like, "We gotta
Her
give
lips are purple. Her teeth are black. She's decaying.
But no, she was like, "We gotta give her mouth to mouth." She's like, "Give her mouth to mouth."
Ew.
And even in a moment where I was convinced she was dead, I was like, "My mom is dead right now." I was still like, "You fucking..." Like in that moment, my sister was like, "You got to give her mouth to mouth," and I looked at her. I was like, "Fucking, I don't. You do it. You give her mouth to mouth."
So did she wake up?
She
Did you call the
woke up.
ambulance?
The ambulance did show up. So now we've got a fucking EMT in our fucking basement. And my mom woke up and was mortified. She was like so embarrassed, but she broke
pulled
her
her tongue
fucking. Katie, my sister, I stayed the fuck
Did she
away.
do the
I was like,
Oreo
she'll be
lick?
all right. She'll
Did
be
you
all
do
right.
the Oreo lick of the fingers?
Oh, she got the Oreos. My mom's hand was like, finger was totally fucked up. And she didn't notice it because obviously she was knocked out. And then she sits up and is like, I think my hand hurts. It was like, oh, fuck. Oh,
The bone sticking in her forearm.
John always pinky.
She would cry if she knew I was telling this story. But
Yeah.
No, I like history, so it's coming. I'm not a Republican now, but it's coming. There's no. And when I'm on the road, I travel every fucking weekend. There's nothing to do during the day, and then at night you do stand up. But during the day, I travel every week, and sometimes I like to visit like historical places throughout the country. So a couple summers ago, don't laugh at that. Shut up, dude. It's not lame at all. I just laughed at me from the balcony. Dork. Yeah. So a couple summers ago, I was in Washington, D.C., and I went and I visited Mount Vernon. I went and I visited George Washington's house. Turns out it was George Washington's plantation. Shucks. Dude, I get in there. I'm the only one there. It was the first summer during COVID. I'm the only visitor there. It's me, and if you've been there before, you know, it's 15 reenactors that don't break character. They stayed. Everyone else was in the 1700s. I was the only guy there. Like, I signed up for the tour, and my tour guide was Martha Washington. It wasn't her. It was some fat bitch. I saw right to it. I signed up for the tour, so me and Martha have to hang out together for 15 minutes to see if anybody else signs up for, like, the 3 o'clock tour or whatever. Of course they don't. I gotta make small talk with a woman that won't stop pretending to be from the 1700s. It's fucking insane. What do you say? I was just out there with her, like, where's George Washington? She's like, oh, the general? He won't be joining us today. He's in his chambers. It's just you and I. I was like, what are you? You trying to fuck me? Never broke. No one broke. Enough times gone by, I've had enough to think about why nobody would break character while I was there. And for real, I'm fairly certain they thought that I was a special needs man. Like, they all got together and they were like, look, this is obviously a big day for this guy. Nobody break character. Let's make it magic for him. Like, they watched me park my car when I got there. And when I got out, they were like, oh. One of the driving ones. Look at him. It was also during COVID, and the mask did not do me any favors. If you can only see my eyes. I got the eyes for it. It was sunny out. It also didn't help. I walked up to my tour guide, like, where's George Washington? He's like, oh, you're a big guy. I was like, yeah. So me and Martha go in for the tour. Due to COVID restrictions at the time, we were not allowed to speak indoors. All right, so for $36, me and a woman dressed like Martha Washington fucking dead silently walked through for a full hour. You need to be able to talk for this tour to have any value at all. There's nothing to read in there. It's just old chairs and shit. Me and this lady went room to room for an hour, and this was the tour. I was in the corner of every room, just not getting it. We get outside when we were done. She's like, do you have any questions? I was like, yeah, what the fuck was that? What was that? What'd you and me just do? So that was the end of me and Martha. I go off by myself. I started looking around. Like I said, it was the first summer during COVID, all right? So we're in the middle, we're in the middle of tearing down statue season. And I was at a Founding Fathers plantation during all of that. So I wanted to check out the slave quarters. I want to see what all the fuss was. No, whatever. Fuck you guys. What'd you guys do? What'd you guys do that summer? Fucking post black squares on your Instagram? Is that what you did? How dare you judge me? How dare you? I was there. Boots on the ground at a Founding Fathers plantation. Growing, learning as a white. Going down.
For real though, I was in there. I was in George Washington slave quarters. By the way, the first thing you do when you walk into George Washington slave quarters is you go, ooh. Somehow worse than I thought they were gonna be. It's rough, dude. That guy had a fucking dungeon. For real, you didn't know? I'm in there, and I'm by myself, and I'm like, you remember that time, it was a tense fucking time in this country, and I'm in there by myself like, Jesus fucking Christ. And then I hear some footsteps coming down the path behind me, and now blocking the only exit of the room was a slave reenactor. They have those there. And he did not break character. I turned around, he was like, oh, well, hello there, sir. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, please, you don't have to do the character. I'd give anything for you to not do that character. He didn't break. He was good. He was like, look at those clothes. You must be from the future. Hello, time traveler. I was like, no, I'm from right now. What are you doing out? Come here. No, I did not say that. Obviously, I didn't fucking say that. I didn't say a word. I was frozen. I was paralyzed with white guilt. I didn't say a word. And he knew what he was doing. He, for real, he knew what he was doing, dude. He wasn't giving me the George Washington tour. He was just drilling me with shit I didn't want to hear. He was hitting me with the what? You remember that time, tense time. That guy walks in there and sees me. I know what I look like. I know exactly. I've got the body type of a guy who says, let's see the rest of the body cam footage before we jump to any conclusions. I know what I look like. He wasn't even giving me the George Washington tour. He was just telling me fucked up shit. He was talking about other people. He was like, Thomas Jefferson had about 6 slave children of his own. He only freed 2 of his own children during his lifetime. I was like, Jesus Christ. Isn't that a bummer? Thomas Jefferson literally enslaved some of his own children. Yeah. Now you know how I felt, dude. I was getting fucking drilled with this information. That's when I started playing possum a little bit. I was like, maybe I am a special needs guy. So he was hitting me with the fucking white guilt facts. I mean, it was a battle, dude. It was like 2 wizards fighting. Finally, I won by just lowering my mask. He was mid-rant. Oh, shit. My bad, brother. You fucking... And he let me go. He freed me. That's when I went to the George Washington Museum. There's a museum there that as soon as you walk into that museum, they start pumping up George. You walk in, they're like, George Washington was a great man. You're like, I just came from his dungeon. But I'm American. I'll forget about that part of his history. What else did he do, We're not gonna let human trafficking define these guys, are we? Huh? I don't know. Anyway, I was in there. I was going through the museum. I'll admit, I had girl brain towards George from what I'd seen. I was still mad at him. I was going through the museum. I was like, George Washington, fucking asshole. Like, George Washington had red hair. I was like, ugly bitch. I was trying to be cool and liberal and hate him. I couldn't do it, dude. They started pumping up George. Got me going, dude. I was going through the museum. They're like, George Washington was 6'2". I was like, nice. Like, he could never tell a lie. I was like, this guy's unbelievable. Like, he single-handedly defeated the British. At this point, I'm back. No, dude, I'm worse. Nobody better touch my statues. I love statues. I'm ready to get on Facebook, defend Rittenhouse, whatever I need to do to help this country get better. I'm back, 100%. Love America, love George Washington. And then you get to the end of the tour, and the last thing you see on the George Washington tour is George Washington's teeth in a case. And if the myth is George Washington had wooden teeth. Turns out, George Washington it was ivory and lead dentures with horse and cow teeth on the top row and human slave teeth on the bottom row. Damn, what the fuck? That's it. That's how the tour ends. You gotta walk outside to a hot, sunny parking lot. Like, what the fuck was that? Also, lead with the teeth. Show me the teeth right away. Dude, don't make me love George Washington for 2 hours and at the very end be like, you wanna see some wild shit? Like,
And once you see his teeth, every story about him makes perfect sense. Like, he was a man of few words. It's like, yeah, dude, he had fucking donkey teeth and fucking lead in his mouth for a decade. You can't keep lead in your mouth for a decade. That would give you, for real, like rabies-like symptoms. You die. Like, I can't believe we defeated the British. So, I know how we did it. We had a fucking 6'2", redheaded, retarded guy out in the woods just waiting for those motherfuckers, dude. 6'2" in 1770, that's like 6'10" today. Red hair, horse teeth, a sword, just... Do you want to tax me, motherfucker? You know how terrifying that guy was coming out of the woods? Some 5-foot British guy, oh! Run, it's George! You ever see that painting of George crossing the Delaware? Standing. He's the only one standing on the rowboat. Everyone else is like, George, you gotta get down. George's like, they're over there, get them! You know what happened that day when George crossed the Delaware? It was Christmas Day, and it was a bit of a massacre because George caught the British off guard because the British absolutely correctly assumed they were like, only a retarded guy's gonna try to cross this icy river today in a rowboat. Unfortunately for them, our first president was on the other side of that river. It's like, get in the boat, we gotta kill these motherfuckers for... I know I said retarded there a couple times. My bad on that. I'm not trying to give myself a pass on being able to use that word. But I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. It nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself. It's funny when you bring up Down syndrome, you can always tell who's never been around it in their lives. You know what I mean? Like if I tell people, if I'm like, yeah, I have family members with Down syndrome, people that have never been around it are always like, oh. Like Down syndrome is the fucking end of the world. Like, oh. Are they okay? Are they doing okay? It's like, they're doing better than everybody I know. They're the only dudes I know having a good time pretty consistently. Sorry they're not on fucking Adderall and anti-anxiety like the rest of us. They're on fucking Capri Suns. Having a good time. Dude, my Uncle Danny sneaks grilled cheese sandwiches into restaurants just in case they don't serve grilled cheese sandwiches. I don't know where he's getting these fucking things. It's the best. It's the best. You'll be out to dinner with him, you look across the table, you see him sneaking a grilled cheese. Yeah, yo, where'd you get that cheese, Danny? His dad's with him, he's like, that fucker, he's been making them at night, I know he is. I'm not making them at night, Dad. Then he'll look at you and be like, I'm making them at night. Yeah. What's better than that, dude? What's better?
Our staff's blatantly high.
Our staff gets high. They're fucking hip, dude. He's showing his ass. He's high and showing his ass. High off his ass. And he was a smart aleck, dude.
Good worker, but he was always high.
Always high and a bit of a back talker. But other than that, he's
good. He's a good boy. Noah does a lot behind the scenes. Noah does a lot, dude. I'm like a Russian pimp. I just drug addict the people who work for me.
Yeah.
And slowly, like, here you go. Chop up some clips. Here's a gram. Man. Here's a nug.
Do the clips. Damn, have you been the plug, dude? Are you Matt the plug?
And I watched Love on the Spectrum, and I was convinced. I was convinced I was autistic. I was watching that show high, and I was just like,
regular Australians are just like tan, hot people.
Yeah.
And then if you're retarded, you just look exactly like me.
If you don't look like a model, there's no delineation.
Dude, pale, frumpy motherfuckers that stayed inside. If you haven't seen it, it's called Love on the Spectrum, and it's just a show, a documentary following autistic Australians. The one at the costume party.
Oh,
and then they
Comic-Con?
just put them outside, and they talk about it. It's like a fucking nature show. They're like, oh, she may have found a mate out there. And then they put him outside and made him talk. He didn't, his autism kicked in hard, and he couldn't. She was like, I'll eat it. Do you like cats or dogs? And he's like,
Oh, I saw that
And
when
she was like, I have a cat. He's like, do you have a cat? And he's like, yes.
Yeah.
I do. Yes.
Yes.
It was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable. For
And then
that
it's
dude.
like, that guy, I don't know if he got paid. And now his family just has to be like, holy fuck, dude. We just sent him to the dance. He ended up on Netflix.
yeah, like having like a slight nervous breakdown.
Yeah, being on TV, just like, I have a cat named Gertrude.
yeah,
It's
man.
like, holy fuck.
Yeah, it was.
man.
That was probably one of the most uncomfortable parts so far.
was
he
mean.
freaks out. And he just goes like,
Oh yeah, oh,
then-
yeah, that was the best part. She's like, "Should we go inside then?" He's like, "Oh yeah." Yeah, the one dude's a real Michael, I think is his name. That guy fucking rules.
love that guy, man.
That guy rules. He's like, when I pass away, I want people to approach my wife and say nothing made him happier than his wife.
Dude,
And the parents are like, what the fuck, dude? Slow down,
Dude,
This is your first. That
if
is like,
that one dude finds a bae on the show, basically he's already practicing. He's like, and she will be my queen.
yeah, dude. God damn, that show. That's. Yeah, I was binging some Netflix.
That's gonna be a one season done. They're gonna do that.
No,
and
that's
then,
a fucking hit.
you think it's gonna be like a Seinfeld?
That might be a Seinfeld, dude.
Boom.
Of course, it is a spectrum, so some
Oh,
of them,
dude.
some of them don't have it that bad.
Don't get me started on that one guy.
Chilling.
I got that one guy in my scope right now.
That one dude that's a real,
One dude's he's
real
like,
Casanova.
I love your body. No, the one guy was
Yeah.
like, I love your body. I'm like, one of you. I think the dude's kind of faking.
I think he's faking it for those tits.
Yeah, I think he's faking for sure.
Those autis tits.
I was watching it and I was just kind of like, yeah, this dude doesn't have this. How people have
dare you.
Gaydar. I have my All-Star is pretty good.
Mine went off the hook when fucking Hannah Gadsby claimed it. Yeah, dude, she claimed it, and I was like, come on.
Is there an
now.
autistic revolution in Australia right now?
There must be. You must get decent. I mean, you're getting shows. You must get some clout for autism in Australia.
Yeah, I mean, autism's hot right now. In Australia?
It's so in.
They have to change the name to Australia.
It's Australia.
But yeah, man, I'm a big fan.
Australia, yeah.
They understand like the point. Like, you want to be on TV? They're like, yeah. They're like, do
Yes.
you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand what's going to happen?
Yes.
I mean, I guess anyone takes that risk. You're on TV, someone might clown you. But
True.
it's like, I don't know. I think it's a honeypot. I think this whole thing's a honeypot to catch alt-right podcasters and be like, oh, they made fun of Love on the
True.
Spectrum. Take them down.
It is this show it's designed to be.
It's a trap, dude.
It's a trap, dude. Because
That's-
it is such a nice, sweet show that making fun of it is bad.
It is so fun. When you watch it, it is so funny.
Also, when they show these people, do they have to play that music? Anytime they like show an autistic dude like walking around, it's like plong, 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 like this music while this guy's just going about his day.
I'm not gonna lie. That guy's kind of fraud. I didn't want to say it, but it's like I watched that and I was like, I think this dude's.
think he's fraudulent?
I think he's in autism for the wrong reasons. I think he's just trying to get ahead.
You don't think it's for the love of the game?
I don't think so at all.
Yeah.
I think he's just seeking fame through tism, dude. Like all the other Australians right now. Fuck, what are we doing right now? And it's just like I got to talk about SpongeBob for 25 years. But dude, it's like
It's like living with a black kid. Just kidding. I think I might have missed
I think
it.
you might. I think I'm too far ahead.
Phil fucking bullied me off the Netflix on that.
He didn't want to watch it.
I was kind of like half watching it, and then he was like, "What the hell are you watching?" Because he just saw like a date. I was like, "I don't know, dude. Put the golf on." Yeah, dude. I did Legion of Skanks last week. Absolute unit, dude. I was a balloon in that.
Really?
Dude, I needed to take some time off.
And you were Mr. Coolin down there too.
I was Mr. Cool that night.
Mm-hmm.
Once when you're a big dog like that, you have to be Mr. Cool.
True.
It's tough to like publicly be a unit and then also be like, no, I'm gonna take it easy.
True.
Everyone knows there's no moderation.
Yeah, nobody talks about that. Units are pretty much pressured into extreme behavior all the time.
You have to.
If you hand like a unit a beer, like chug this, or like I have to.
I have to. This is my role.
Yeah, I have. I have to do this. Theory on spontaneous human combustion is that people are in ketosis.
Yes.
And their body.
Okay.
Sorry.
No.
You gotta start doing that to people.
Yeah, just while they're talking. Yes. People
You make
explode.
ketones and you
I think
can
that's what
explode.
happened in Beirut. I think there was a whole bunch of people in keto at a disco and they exploded. Actually.
Really? What? Beirut, the disco
You
got
didn't see
bombed?
that?
I saw the headline, but I had to look into
No,
the
it was
Eminem
a fire.
riot
Apparently, it was a fireworks factory, but
/ nightclub.
I don't know. It was like a waterfront fireworks factory, if that's what it was.
What?
In which case, like, even if someone was playing like Sim City, I'd be like, why the fuck would you put it there?
Dude, the Brat came out and is trying to say that Eminem never had sex with Mariah Carey, but he met her and came in his jeans.
That's
But not to get,
we had no
not
topic.
the sidebar. No, we're talking about Australia's autism explosion.
Damn. And they have kangaroos. You'd think autistic people would fucking love kangaroos. It's like a good, weird animal.
I saw some kangaroos
How'd you feel?
this weekend.
You saw kangaroos this
Yeah,
weekend?
dude, I was surprised. Brittany took me to the safari park at Six Flags. Dude, it's a fucking nightmare, man. Because I got a surprise. I was like, all right, cool.
Oh, that's.
She drove me to the safari
sucks,
park.
dude. That sucks.
Like, well, let me just
I
see.
hate when bays are rule
Let me
masters.
see if I can communicate.
And then they
with
turn on you. They side with the rules over you.
It's
They'll get
crazy,
mad
bro.
at you for breaking the rules.
Dude, it's unbelievable. I was actually pretty close to a monkey, and I wanted to just like say what's up. Wasn't
What were you
asking
gonna
for
do?
much. I was gonna just try to make, like, you see a dog, you make noises, try to do like, or just like you
Communicate with this.
I was gonna go like and like see what if it would like come move towards me, but she was,
Why? What noise was that?
I don't know. I'm just making like
Oh, just
wild
random noises.
Yeah, noises of the wild. Shit like
That
that.
might have worked. That grabbed a monkey's attention.
The safari park, I had eaten my weed ice cream, and if I'm too stoned, I can't go to bed. So I was up late watching Love and Autism. So I was or Love on the
You went
Spectrum.
on an autistic date.
So
It's a fucking zebra, isn't it? I suppose, yes. It's a zebra. It's a zebra.
the kangaroos are being lazy.
The kangaroos are lazy, Mom. I told them you have to stand up, kangaroos. None of this, sleeping junk.
Dude, yeah.
What time in the day was this?
Noon.
Man, that
Midday.
would fuck me up.
It's midday. I was
It was midday. You watched Hell or High Water last night. He's been talking like a cowboy.
Yeah, I was out that night raising hell, and
I'm Comanche, dude.
old lady woke me up.
I'm a Comanche.
You're the actual chief from the table.
I'm Comanche.
That was pretty funny, man. That guy in the casino being like, "Chief." The guy
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to be like that outwardly racist in Texas?
Yeah,
You
probably.
see a Native American be like, "Pfft, Chief.
I mean, if you're a rootin' tootin' son of a bitch
Cowboy.
like that guy.
If you're a cowboy. I was gonna say
Yeah.
we gotta lose weight, dude. We gotta get slim.
Who, you
Cowboys,
and me?
both of us. Cowboys are slim, dude.
Fuck cowboys.
Dude, if we robbed a bank and like what they look like, guys like not cowboys.
You know who they look like?
Dude,
Yes,
I was jogging.
You might be Australian. You legit might be Australian. You might have Australian.
You might have Australia.
You might be. This will be
Go-
short.
yeah.
When I was at my fattest, most depressed, right after I quit football, I was
Yeah.
about 320 pounds. Big dog.
Yeah.
I was back at home. I just quit Elon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, failed out. I went to get the mail, and then when I was walking inside, I rolled in the front yard, dude. Rolled my ankle on the sidewalk and fell into the front yard.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing a Ruud van Nistelrooy jersey, so a Netherlands T-shirt, so it was like bright orange. And then, I remember I fell on my hands and knees, which makes it funnier.
Oh.
To roll your ankle and then fall straight down on your knee, like scrape your knee.
My knee. I can't hide it. My palms were gashed up.
I have scars from fat falls, dude. I just have scarred up hands.
Fat people are like cats. They just land on their hands and knees.
When I fell in the front yard, I took it in.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't have that in them to let darkness just consume them.
Yeah.
I fell and stayed in the tabletop for a second. I remember it. I stayed there for a second, just like, Jesus Christ, dude. I dropped the mail.
They should do this. They should do a fat superhero. You know, when superheroes drop down, they land on like one knee with their fist.
Just
Just have a fat
slowly
superhero fucking land on the
stumbles
table.
forward and is like, oh.
Need to have to like, dude. Imagine if your grandparents were like, Shane, here on a public forum, like, here's how we think about race. Go forward. You'd be like, oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh,
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Just be my grandma being like, I don't like that Tiger Woods. I'm like, why? There's something about him. I like all the other golfers. R.I.P.
It's also funny how-
R.I.P. dude.
Oh, yeah, true.
R.I.P.
She's a
She
real
did
one.
fucking hate Tiger Woods. Dude, it was so funny. I mean, it was in 97, I think, when he started blowing
Was this
up.
before sex crimes? Or not
Pre.
sex crimes.
Oh,
this
she hated
before
him
he cheated?
pre being he was
A
worth
philanderer?
being exactly who he should be.
Yeah, being a
God, I can't believe I was gay about that. That might be my biggest regret.
Really?
Is like being like, man, fuck Tiger Woods for him having sex.
Your grandmom laid down the emerald tablets for you.
I know.
She laid
She's
down.
like, someday, son, you will hate Tiger Woods. You won't know why until it is revealed.
The prophecy speaks that one day will be a black golfer. There'll be a
And
Nubian golfer.
It's going to ruin your day for no reason while you're just hanging out.
There will be a golfer from Nubia. Impossible.
Impossible. What will he do in the sand? Yeah,
So if you have a kid, you raise them in America, from the time they're like 6, you're going to start being like, never forget the atrocities.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a lot for a kid to handle, dude. He's trying to like fit in and be cool, and it's like, never forget the atrocities that these people.
Yeah, well, I didn't really experience it, but I heard about it. And now you're hearing about it. So I immediately downloaded the book and listened to it. I'm like halfway through it already. Did a lot of driving last night.
Yeah.
Bro, the Comanche were, you want to talk about some bad hombres?
Were they really?
Bro, every time I listen to people talk about, it's crazy. If you do any research into actually what Native Americans were doing, it's nuts. You'd run into this tribe of dudes that were living like cavemen.
Yeah.
And they'd be rowdy, dude. Obviously, they're going to fucking throw shit at you.
The T levels are high.
T levels are out of this world.
I mean, dude, I was, up until a certain age, if I went to a movie theater, I would throw shit at people. Like, I would sit in the back and throw candy at the screen. Like, pretty recently.
Yeah, that's actually very funny.
You sit in the
you
back.
can get a gummy bear stuck on there?
Oh,
Come
dude.
on.
Or if you sit in the back, and as soon as it goes all dark, you just go, boom, and you wing, it goes, whap, and you hear it just go, pop, 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 pop.
I would always try to fart as loud as I could at the quiet parts in a movie.
That's the
Like, if you
best,
can
dude.
anticipate a silent part.
Dude, it's the best.
That's very Comanche of you.
That
Pretty
is
much Comanche.
enemy of everybody. Of everyone
Lord
for
of the
a long
Plains.
time.
Lord of the Plains.
Dude.
Bro, let me break this down
Break
for
down
you.
the Comanche.
The Comanche fucking rule. They absolutely rule. They're ugly, short, shitty people that everybody crushed. So they came over, historically on the land bridge. That's where, how all people came to North America.
The Bering Strait.
Yeah. So they were up there.
Go on.
So they were up in the Rockies. They were up in the mountains, and then just forever they had been pushed down because they sucked.
Yeah.
Comanches, of everybody, were like, even amongst other tribes, they were known for their bad hygiene. They sucked. They were short.
I didn't know that.
They were losing.
Comanches were like
No,
jacked,
Comanches
ripped,
were not
like
jacked. dude.
Jesus bodies.
No, they're lads.
Really?
Comanches were pure lads, and introduced horses to North America. Horses were never there.
Yeah.
So all these different tribes got horses, and I think the Apache were munching them. The Apache weren't sure what to do with them, so the Apache were just crushing horses.
They're munching. Yeah.
They were munching horses.
They're chopping them up.
That was good eating for a little while until the Comanche, those old fucking pussies that everybody beat up forever, just somehow got so good at using horses, like best horsemen in the world.
I mean,
And
dude,
then just
if you want to go for the Mongolian theory, that's muscle.
That's exactly what it was like.
That's
And
genetic
then
muscle
they
memory.
just let it rain on everybody, dude. It was their rules to torture everybody to death. If there were women, they would gang rape them and then torture them to death.
Jesus.
Dude, they took this one lady as a slave, and white slave, and they white slavery, and
should have a little scoreboard every white slave on the crossface.
what's that about 18 million to 1? All right, here we go now. A little comeback, little rally caps. Here we go now. How about a little chatter over there? How about a little chatter in the dugout, whites? But this lady, she was pregnant when she was captured. As soon as she gave birth,
Wait, the white lady?
Yeah. She's in it.
2. Go
True.
ahead.
Technically, that was 2.
2.
Boom. Got another one.
Yeah.
Comanche were mean little dickheads.
Everybody else.
Dude, I'm so fired up on Comanche right now.
Yeah.
They ride. They were the ones who would like ride on the side of the horse when they were in battles. You know what I mean? Where
Like-
you ride on the
oh,
side,
like, yeah.
shoot. Dude, they fucking ruled. Fucking yeah. I was listening
Perfect.
to
I knew
fucking
you'd get back there.
War on the Run, and it's very dry. It's very like they left camp with 3 satchels of blueberries, 6 gunpowder sacks,
Count me
8.
out.
It's a lot. It's a lot to listen to. But then this one's just purely like they did the same thing though. The lady who was a slave to the Comanche, she beat the fuck out of one lady, and the Apaches or the Comanches just surrounded her and were like sick. And then she beat the shit out of the old lady who was also her master, and they were all like, "All right, you're pretty chill. You can come hang out with us, dude." They did have that. That's like a common string. Like if you were a Native American slave, all you had to do was while out.
See, if I was to be accosted on the
If you
reservation,
get hammered at a casino,
I should just start fighting people.
If you're at a casino and you know the lights start disorienting
Mohegan
you,
Sun, yeah.
and then you get captured.
You
You can get captured.
You actually, you could technically get captured.
Yeah, bring you downstairs.
True.
You should immediately swing.
And
If you're at a
I'll-
casino and you're drunk and you happen upon a security guard, swing upon him. Dude. They'll do nothing but respect
Close
it.
like, dude, you rule.
That's awesome.
Here's 500 chips.
Yeah,
Get back out there.
Like you're one of us now.
Bus driver told us that his son was dating an Indian chick with huge tits, and I was like, "Damn it!" He's like, "Yeah, they
Sick.
go all there. They
Fucking
smoke,
bus drivers rule.
Smoke weed on the reservation all day." He's like, "My son has it made. His girlfriend has big tits. She's a Native American. Getting the hell out of here." She used to fart and blame it on the transmission. She's like, "Must be the transmission."
What were you doing up front, smelling farts?
Me and my cousin were sentenced to the front seat for the entire year.
Oh, nice.
Third.
I was afraid that you sat there, and that was going to change things for you and I.
Nah, bro. I had to sit there. I was so cool
very
on the bus. They had a Hannibal Lecter me in the front. I used to go on the bus, and then like me, just to sign up the bus driver, we would like look up, and when she looked in the mirror, we'd look down, look up, and then she was like, "Matt and Pat, I'm not messing with you. Get up to the front."
Yeah, they got that big. I haven't even thought about that thing in forever.
Yeah,
that
dude.
giant thing, so you can look at all the fuckers in the back.
You like Chuck Bird. We like two of my cousins got kicked off the bus for throwing bird. Got kicked off. Chucking birds was sick. I used to do Napoleon Dynamite with an action figure on a stick.
You would do that?
Yeah.
And then when you saw it in Napoleon Dynamite, were you like, "Oh shit"?
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh shit.
I didn't know it. I thought I came up with that.
No, apparently, it's a problem.
I would have thought you came up with that if I watched you do that.
Dude, it's pretty sick. Do you know anyone who got pussy on the bus?
What type of pussy are we talking here?
Fingering.
Fingering on the bus. I'm going blank on it.
Sucking tits.
I don't know. I don't know if I do.
I don't know. See, that's the problem. I don't know if I did. That's how like rock and roll my bus days were. I
Yeah.
just know people around me got pussy on the bus. I could have. I don't know. I don't think I
Yeah.
did. I don't actually. No, I'm gonna say I don't think I got pussy on. I think I.
I smooched on the bus after a field trip to the zoo.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was big time. Getting hard now.
Yeah, man. Touching a pussy on the bus is like.
No, smooch.
I'm the
smooch,
same,
Please, please.
I think I touched pussy on the bus. I'm not gonna pussy lie.
That sounds like a pussy lie. That
think it
sounds
was
like
a feel-
something
I
you would
think it was a
remember.
class
I
trip.
remember a kiss.
I could be stealing pussy stories from my cousin.
You're stealing pussy.
My cousin
Valley.
definitely touched pussy on the bus. I'm not gonna.
Does he get like discounts at Annie Ann's now? You're stealing pussy valor.
I don't know. First time I touched pussy, I was at the farmer's market.
An actual dude that fingered pussy is going to approach you with a cell phone. And be
True.
like, did you finger pussy on the bus, dude? You're like, yeah. He's going to be like, what was it like? You're like, well, I was 19. No. He's like, nobody was fingering pussies on the bus that year. They nail Australians. Australians always steal valor.
They gotta let them do it, dude.
Let the boys do it. They're at the mall in full regalia. And you have the audacity to approach an Australian and be like, you didn't serve.
Yeah,
Let
man.
the boys have fun. Draft the autistics.
Yeah.
The autistics.
That'd be dude. I mean, just for just like some Rudy action.
Yeah,
Set
when you're
up-
up,
set up
you
like
got
a-
ISIS on the run, send them in, get a sack.
Yeah, dude. Send him in.
Look, we're winning, dude. Why don't you take a shot? Take a shot here. Okay.
Press this button. I mean, dude, you're talking about drone strikes. That would be. That'd be crazy.
Get some of those boys on the sticks.
The last thing you'd hear would just be like, who lives in a barnacle? You'd be like, what the rap?
Yeah, that'd be their fortunate son. Be a drone playing SpongeBob. I suppose you have to die then. These are the rules. Sorry, you're actually dead now. Thank you for joining us. Go to patreon.com/MSSP or something. I don't know.
But I really enjoyed nicotine, where you get all the whole grain goodness of nicotine, but none of the downside. I think I'm all in. So I stocked up. I got all the different flavors with spearmint, and it's been a massive life enhancer. I'd really recommend it to you.
You're kind of like, maybe bombing cop cars isn't your thing. You're like, I'd go in there.
You love the color green.
All on everything, bro.
Sick. You need to paint the cruise.
bro.
You need to paint the cruise.
Took the cruise
Put the
out
Hulk
for a
on the side of it.
I got the cruise waxed up by some guys.
That is very cool.
It's pretty tight.
Throw that nicotine in you.
Damn, dude.
Get a head buzz.
Get dizzy during the podcast.
I actually think I took the wrong CBD
Yo,
oil again.
Toss one of these in. Please.
I'm good.
You're so gay.
What is it?
I knew you were afraid of
Dude, it's a
nicotine.
pouch?
He's afraid of nicotine.
Dude, you're
I
gonna
smoke cigarettes, dude.
When did
It's
you
a-
smoke cigarettes?
As a Ute, dude. From 15 to like 19, I don't want a pouch.
Just toss one in with the
Pou-
boy.
I mean, if that was long cut nicotine, yeah, do I put a horseshoe in? Obviously.
You just take
That's bitch.
Put it up here.
Give me long cut nicotine.
It's a nice thing for you.
That's pussy.
That's too pussy for you to even try it?
Break it up. I'll snort it. I'll snort it right now. Break it up. I mean, this just doesn't work.
I don't know. If someone balks at me, I'll fucking.
You
do
have
whatever.
to try it. Matt, give it. Matt won't do it. Matt's too much of a shaman.
What do you, can you? Do you not? Are you not able to swallow it?
I'll spare you.
Are we not able to swallow it like dip?
Yeah, you do. No, you do swallow it.
Okay. Because dip, I can't do it because I immediately want to shit my pants and I get a stomach ache because I can't sit there and not swallow my
Please
spit.
try one. I want you to try one of my Zines.
Why though, dude?
Because it's fun for you. Dude, this is good radio.
Where do you have it in your mouth?
Trying testing Zine.
Where do you have it in your mouth?
Patriots testing Zine.
Where do you have it in your mouth?
Above. You put it like.
You put it here. That's where you put your dips too.
No. Dips.
It's a horseshoe.
Down here, boy. There you go, Bill. That was right up there.
What are we supposed to do with this?
You just let it sit.
You don't spit or anything?
No.
Can you spit if you want?
You have an oral fixation that you have to crave. I don't really like. What are we gonna do now?
Just talk shop, talk rocks, talk.
True. Oh, dude, I was saying before, I think Billy's fucked up, dude.
Bill.
I think, dude.
Yo,
So
welcome to Zine life, bro.
it's pretty chill.
Yeah, I'm kind of buzzing right now.
You probably will get dizzy.
You will get buzzed.
I was talking to Spade about smoking Juuls. The dude Adam Curry said they're not bad for you.
Does it burn a little? You feel a little burn?
Nah, dude.
It's coming. The
Guy
burn
like
will
me?
come.
Guy like me?
No, it's a nice burn. That's what it does. Man, dude, you got bullied into taking Zine, dude.
It's all
Don't
good.
try to be tough now.
If you restore, if you go
I
back
feel
to the
tougher.
If you go to the record, it was "What are you gay?" and it was and it was like, let me see what's in there. Fuck, dude, it happens so.
But I feel like you can't call it getting cucked.
No, I mean I'm not saying it's on
You know
them.
what I mean?
Yeah, they're not a cuck, but like they get cheated.
I
They
understand.
actually might be too alpha. They might be so alpha.
They should be allowed to kill whoever cucks.
Cheek's twitching.
Huh?
Your cheek was twitching.
Oh, was it? Yeah, that's Zine. That's Zine.
I saw a little twitch.
Burn,
going.
that's the burn.
I might get Bell's palsy.
Yeah, that is
Try to like hold it up. I'm not a seasoned dipper like Shane.
True. Where's that? The top of your mouth?
Right where Shane's is.
Nice.
Just like him.
Just fucking hairless Elvis lip. Do you ever flash it down and show the babes? Just two
Zinin.
signs.
So anyway, Shane,
Put it
keep
on a
going.
girl's tongue before sex.
Shane, keep going. I'm about to throw up.
Are you really? No.
Keep going.
Yeah, so the dude, the guy, yeah.
That's 6 milligrams, dude. That's
My
strong.
throat's spicy right now. No homo.
It'll give you a bit of a spicy throat.
And I had a bunch of chili powder on chicken I just ate.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a
Kind of
spicy.
a glutton for punishment, I guess. Guy like me, I got nothing to lose anymore. Give me a Zine. Fuck it.
Yeah,
True.
no,
I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
Just huger as an Xbox.
Dude, is my head a helium balloon right now?
How do you feel?
Dude,
I might start floating.
I was trying to
Nice
trying to
treat.
tell you guys before you guys kind of just like
Matt,
ganged
get
up
in
and
on
cut
one.
me out.
Matt,
Huh?
have one Zine.
Get zany. What's it called?
I'm not
Just
doing
try
that.
one.
Absolutely
Get zinny,
not.
dude.
Why not?
Absolutely not.
They're not bad.
I just totally don't like the product.
It's
don't
a
like
great product.
I don't like tobacco, dude.
There's no tobacco.
I mean,
Zero
it's
tobacco.
That's what I mean. Every time I experience the effects of nicotine, I'm like, I don't like this.
It's so bad.
I genuinely don't.
What is it?
You know, cross my bridge. You got to pay. You better bring Zine.
You're the troll.
You better come with some Zine or Zin or I don't even know how to say it. I think
I think
it's
it's
Zine.
Zin. If it was Zine, they probably would have put that weird little thing above it. But also, I truly don't think it matters how you pronounce Zin or something.
No, I doubt this product lasts.
You don't think so? Dude, they've been advertising aggressively.
I've been seeing it a lot.
Yeah, it's also tough. It's a tough market because it's like people who dip are usually very sensitive to being called a pussy.
Yes.
So like to have the guys
It
who
is.
like to do the things that aren't pussy, that is a possibly pussy thing.
Yeah.
But then
And
again,
it's like, what are you afraid of death?
True.
What are you trying to stop dipping?
Hey, bitch.
It's not the thunder, it's
Get
the lightning.
cancer.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry. What do you need? Your chin? Pussy?
Yeah, it's kind of fucking disgusting. Oh.
Are you done with it?
Ugh. Ew, dude. Gross.
What's it taste like?
Shit.
Oh, it's citrus.
Tastes like a really spicy piece of gum.
Really?
Yeah,
That's about it, yeah.
Yeah. You
Not,
should try the gum.
not too pleasurable, honestly.
Nicotine gum is that. It's just a gum that you chew that like burns your throat.
That's pretty tight, actually.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I might bring back. We might have to take the Warhead Challenge on here one time. We might start getting into just like absolutely horrible oral experiences.
I was praying to lose.
Atomic fireballs.
I was really hoping to lose my taste. When I lost my smell, I was like, dude, just let me lose taste so I can just.
Wait, you didn't lose your taste?
House vodka.
You didn't lose your taste?
No.
I'm telling you, dude, having the Puerto Rican daughter is just the best. It's like if some progressive white chick is like, you're racist, I'm like, am I? I'm making minorities. What are you doing, you dumb bitch?
Yeah, I like it.
Sorry. Yeah. Really?
You think that's
I'm
what,
adding to the fucking minority
You think
population.
that's what Thomas Jefferson said?
Yeah. That's how much I love him.
Where they're like, you have slaves. He was like, I'm making more.
I'm making more. Exactly. I'm making
I don't know if
slave.
that argument holds up.
No, dude, that's how much I love them, is I'm creating them.
I'm not autistic.
You don't think at all in the spec?
Have you ever taken a test or something?
No.
For it?
No.
Why not?
Take an autism test?
Yeah.
What's the test?
I think you should take one.
Do you fucking panic at malls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you told me people with Asperger's panicked at malls, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
for sure.
Flow of conversation can be tough sometimes.
I think you guys
It's our fault.
fucked up.
It's our fault.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry.
1 on 5.
What do you want me to
It's
do?
definitely 1 on 5.
What do you want me to do?
Ah, just entertain.
All right. Man, I fucking love Avengers.
Is that hard, Shane? Is that hard?
Finally.
You turn it on when you want.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Piece of shit. Because you're acting like we've never hung out on a not podcast before.
Guys, I'm having fun.
I'm glad
That
you
makes
are.
one of us.
I'm
The
glad
time of
you
my
are.
life.
I'm glad.
What else? What is the podcast normally like?
We
Little
bring
louder?
up a thing, then we bring up a race, and then we say how it's connected.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Avengers is like Mexicans. Why, guys?
They just keep coming out with more.
Yeah, they're all, yeah. Thank you.
This is
It's
good.
nonstop.
Good formula.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's
I
like
like
improv.
that. What else you got?
Or we explain why stuff is gay a lot. We like
Yeah,
that.
we love that.
That's fun.
See, dude, this is my wheelhouse. Why aren't we doing this? Some
Jew
Jew
jokes? Yeah.
Don't say roasted.
Yeah,
buddy.
that
Come
might
on.
be a little
Come
bit
on.
insensitive.
Roasted.
Yeah.
Let's
do
do a
that.
different one for that.
Bullying. That's better. Bullying.
Okay. But yeah, that's basically the formula to what we do here, and
Yeah.
then maybe we'll have an interesting conversation about a YouTube video that you saw that week,
Yeah.
right? Something that taught you something about the world, and then, the guys will probably support it and encourage you to bring up more
100%.
conversations.
What other
just
movies are
that.
like races?
No more movies.
I like the movies and races.
I'm just realizing right now you're fully fucking autistic. I never knew it. I never knew it, dude.
Nice.
Why? 'Cause he's normally drunk. And that probably unlocks his personality, his humanity.
Yeah, or you just chalk up any of the weirdness to being drunk. You're like, I just fucking drunk. That's why he
yeah.
stared at me like this for like 30 minutes straight.
Put his tongue on my elbow.
This whole time I just thought he was making fun of me. He
All I
just
want to do is go home and play video games. That's all I'm thinking about.
We brought the video games to
I
you,
know.
baby.
Oh, you want to see autism? You're about to see it. What other movies? What else we got?
Unhelpful Advice with Bobby, Kalila, and Shay Gillis.
The first question is not a question. It was actually a common request on our Twitter and our social media. People are saying you have an amazing, surprisingly, Donald Trump impression.
Oh.
And they wanted to see if you could teach Bobby how to do the Donald Trump impression. He's tried it a couple times.
Can I hear yours?
I don't have one.
Yeah, you
Try
did
to do it.
Try.
No,
You try-
you want first. I'll mimic you.
You try. First.
No,
you go first.
Well, just give me a sentence that he would say, and then maybe I'll try.
Let's go. The greatest country in the world is America.
The greatest country in the world is America.
Okay.
That's terrible.
That was terrible. That was terrible. That was like Marlon Brando.
America. Well, I mean, say one, do the same line, and maybe I can mimic it.
So you got to do the easiest way to do Trump is like the speech Trump when he's doing a rally. Trump.
Okay.
Because it's just in the back of your throat.
Okay.
The greatest country. That's it.
The greatest country.
Okay.
A little bit.
The greatest country.
Don't do this. Do this.
The greatest country
Don't move at all. Only move your hand.
All right, don't move my body.
If you're sitting,
Don't move your shoulders, just your
all right,
hands.
if you're
the
sitting,
greatest country.
sit like that. If you're sitting,
Don't. First of all, don't. Okay, so sit like this.
Don't.
Yeah. The greatest country.
The best country.
The best country.
Wow, what a country.
Wow, what a country.
A lot of Asians.
A lot of Asians.
Maybe too many Asians.
Maybe too
There
many
might be
Asians.
too many Asians.
yeah,
Maybe too many Asians. I don't know.
that's pretty good.
That was good.
What's your mom's name?
Joan.
Oh, dude, such great name.
Phil and Joan.
Joan.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
money.
great squad.
Phil and Joan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but you when you put them in, like when you talk about them, but you don't tell them about the special. Is it the assumption that they won't watch anyway, so you don't give a
No,
shit?
they would watch. My mom's excited about it. She's
Oh, she
like,
is.
My mom, yeah, it's kind of me being like a little brat, a fat fucking little bitch.
It sounds like a fat brat move to not.
But like, she's excited about stand and like my career.
Yeah.
But I can't handle the fucking 65-year-old woman questions about stand up. It kills me, dude. She'll
Well-
be like, now, what's going on? Is Lorne Michaels still helping with the stand up special? And I'm just like, no, he's out of our lives. Like, we got to just
He
move.
left.
Yeah. Like, you got to, it's always some crazy, like, now you did Joe Rogan. When is he going to help? Like, something like that. Something fucking crazy.
But in those instances, don't you wish you could just be like, well, let's call Joe.
Yeah, let's ask him.
Have Joan see what she
Yeah.
can pull out of Joe. Because genuinely, it like would work on a very like sweet level of her calling Joe, being like, Joe, what can you do for Shane? Like, what great content.
Now, what's